Hey guys, Stevie Mac here, checking in with you to do a quick Photoshop tutorial for my Cape Fear students. I'm going to show you how to automate some actions. So here's the first thing we're going to need to do. I'm using an older version of Photoshop than we have in class, but most of this stuff should be the same. I'm going to go to Window, and I want to make sure that Actions is selected. You see there's a shortcut for it, Alt F9. Mine is selected, and you can see it over here, and it's open on the desktop. First thing we're going to do inside of Actions is select Create a New Set button, and I'm going to call this CFCC Actions. I'm going to say OK. So I just created a folder that's going to hold those actions. Alright, next thing I'm going to do is add a new action. We're going to call this action Resize Image to 400 pixels wide, just so that we've got a clue of what that is. And under the function key dialog, you may select a key which will represent a shortcut for this new action we're creating. So F2 will be the shortcut for our resize image to 400 pixels wide. Then we click record. Notice now our record button is illuminated red. Next thing I'm going to do is click on the image tab. I'm going to go to image size. I'm going to make sure that my resolution is 72 pixels, and I'm going to give it a width of 400 pixels. Notice I'm only adjusting the width. I'm going to allow the height to be liquid so that we will resize the images without squashing them or stretching them. Then I click OK, and you see now my image has been resized to an image at 100% view. It's 400 pixels across. When I'm finished, I hit stop. Now let me show you how to use the action. I'm going to open another image. Let me just find something on the desktop here. Alright, here's one. This is my friend Ashy Cat. Notice what happens when I click F2. Now it takes that image and it resizes it to 400. That, in a nutshell, is how to use and automate action in Photoshop. Now our same technique would apply if we wanted to add more than one action in the sequence. Let's say we would like to make a sepia tone of all the images that go on our site. I'm going to put a new action. This action is going to be called sepia. It's going to be put in the CFCC actions. My function key for this is going to become F3. I'm going to click record. Alright, I'm going to click on my image tab. I'm going to go to adjustments. I'm going to navigate down to photo filter. Then I'm going to open the filter and navigate to sepia. And this is a quick way to do this, to show this. Then I'm going to bump that sepia tone up to 100% and tell it to preserve luminosity. Click OK. Now we've got an image that is sepia toned. Next we're going to navigate to our filter tab. We're going to come down to artistic. We're going to add some film grain. Brings us to this dialog where we're allowed to change the amount, the highlight intensity of the film grain, so you can see sort of how that works. I like to keep my highlight area fairly minimal and my grain down to about 2. Then I'm going to click OK. Now we've got a set of these two actions that live behind the F3 button, and I'm going to file, and I'll open the Ashy Cat image that we opened initially and watch what happens. So first I'm going to hit the F2 button. I've resized it to a 400 pixel width. Next I'm going to hit the F3 button, and I've added the sepia tone and the film grain by hitting 2 buttons. That's how you use actions, guys. Enjoy it.